morning. Welcome to your midweek show.
You're very chirpy today. He sang the whole theme tune. You didn't quite hear it. I was hoping they'd cut him up early, actually.
Oh, you should be thankful.
Coming up today, it's not just children who dress up. The rise in cosplay in the UK has seen more adults dressing as their comic book or gaming heroes. Today, we meet 4 fans and find out what's it all about.
Welcome back. Now, whilst many people use the weekend to catch up on washing, maybe, for fans of cosplay, it's the opportunity to shed their everyday personalities and become someone or something totally different.
Well, based on characters from film, graphic novels or gaming, it's one of the most visual hobbies around and it's getting bigger every year. Today, Lauren Stables, Leslie Jagger, Ryan Cooper and Philippa Dickinson, well, that's their real names, but they haven't come as them today, to discuss their love for costume play. And welcome to you all. It's very nice to meet you. Just first of all, for anybody that's never heard of this, what is cosplay?
Cosplay is basically a great big fancy dress party that everybody is invited to. It doesn't matter whether you know the character specifically well or if if you've made the outfit yourself, it doesn't really matter.
Well, you didn't make yours, did you?
No, I didn't.
How did it start for you?
I was approached to be in a small fan-based film. And through working with all the guys that made the props and everything, because it was a Judge Dredd-based film.
Which you're?
I am, yes, I'm Judge Anderson. Yeah. They actually decided that I fit the character quite well and that they would get me in to do public appearances and things for the company.
So does it help then that you've had your outfit, costume made for you, rather than have to spend, which the others, and some of the others have spent, they spend hours making them?
And lots of money.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the gear that I'm in at the moment, we're talking at about £1,000.
Wow, goodness me.
And saved you a bit of cash, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes, yes.
And with this comes lots of attention. I mean, when you go to these things, people ask you to arrest them.
Oh, yeah, we get to beat
them up.
people up. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You know, it's great fun, though, because normally people only get told that they look great by their spouses, or maybe once in a blue moon every now and then, something like that.
You get it from lots of people.
When you're getting hundreds of people coming up to you every day saying, you know, your outfit looks fantastic.
It's a big confidence booster.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, we've got Leslie by the side of you. Leslie, now, it was actually Philippa, I think, that invited you. Philippa's behind there. That
she
invited
made my
you to
first outfit for me because I felt left out if I wasn't going to be dressed up at the convention. I was going to go a year before, but I was out of the country, so I asked Philippa to sort of make me a quick outfit, and then went in that, and then a lot of people were coming up to me asking me, it's like, wow, your outfit's really good, and a lot of people were saying, like, we got talking about my character and things like that as well, and it's really nice, like, people coming up to you.
Well, you're Samus Aran.
Yeah.
And you say that actually people can feel quite anxious when they get dressed up for the first time.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I mean, for the first time I went, my dress was quite short, and I was thinking, oh, what are other people going to think about this, and things like that.
But what sounds so lovely is that actually, as a community, it's very accepting and welcoming of anyone.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what size or shape you are, how tall or short you are. Everyone really open arms. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then we've got Philippa, so this is your friend who got into it in the first place, Philippa. And you went to your first convention when you were 15, and it literally blew your mind.
It was an amazing experience. Because the first one I went to, I didn't actually realise, I didn't know what cosplay was or whatever. I just thought that people were sort of, they were just going to dress up, and it wasn't. I went in and I sort of wore like a very basic, I thought, oh, I'll dress up a little bit, but no, if anyone's not dressing up, I won't look out of place.
Right.
And then this sort of happened.
I love your costume.
You're Hercene, aren't you?
Yes.
Isn't Hercene a male character?
It's a lot of debate in the film, but it's actually genderless, so male and female.
Well, you're certainly not
You're
genderless.
definitely female.
So you've had to adapt a little bit.
Yeah, actually, because he actually wears a loincloth, and you can't really go around walking around in loincloths. So
I would have thought if it was acceptable anywhere, it was going to be acceptable there.
There's rules.
There are rules.
There are rules.
What are the rules?
Well, some places, the often rules are anything, the little you can wear is a bikini, and no sort of
Nothing on show.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing on show, and sort of the weirder side of costumes, nothing too like kinky or anything sometimes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But so once you get all dressed up like this, the next day, you must, when you go back to work and your normal outfit, it must feel very dull.
It's very strange because you sort of walk down the road and everyone just sort of looks completely past you. Like, if you saw me yesterday, you'd be like, whoa.
No, I saw you today and went, whoa. It's
Got a
called
few funny looks down the corridor.
post-con depression, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what they call it.
Post-con blues, yeah.
And a lot of people
Blues.
get post-con flu as well.
Yeah, which is where you all meet up and you all get slightly ill afterwards. It's like-
What are you up to when you're out?
Cocktails.
What's the buzz for you?
Well, actually, my larger side, I love making stuff. So I love making things, and then you sort of step out the car. My mum tends to get me dressed, so she gets me in my costume before I go down. I end up getting there, and it's like when I did the first cosplay with this was the first big one I ever made, and sort of standing there, and as I was getting dressed on the side of the street, getting like my like my bottoms on and stuff and everything, we had a crowd of people stood around us, and then I think I walked about 10 feet, and then it was like I was stood in the same place for 2 hours because people were trying to take
Great
photos of me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, next to you we've got Ryan, I think, and Ryan, you're a partnership, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, and you have the height of a superhero. So you are Dovahkiin from Skyrim.
Yes.
And let me just show you what I mean by this, because
Wow. It's
a little bit
quite scary. What is your outfit made of? I mean, what is this?
It's all made out of paper and resin. So it's all little pieces of folded paper stuck together and then hardened with resin and then painted.
It's really beautiful. I mean, it looks like something straight out of a movie. It's very... And you make this all yourself?
Most of it, yeah. Well, I did make it all myself up, and then I had some help painting it by Philippa.
Oh, I see. Oh, good.
Yeah.
She was part of the amazing paint job.
you're a sheet metal worker, aren't you?
Yeah.
And your mates, because they think, right, OK, if you're going to get into that sort of thing, then what are your mates in the sheet metal workshop going to think? But a lot of them are into it as well.
The people that I work with, they see the costume and think, wow, but I don't think they'd actually come to a convention with me.
Right.
So I think they just like seeing it, and they're not that much into it.
And when you go to one of these conventions, you find it difficult to move around because everybody just wants a photo with you.
Oh yeah, you get stopped in one place for hours.
Can you put that on? Is that easy to put on?
Yeah.
Is it? I just want to see the whole look all together. And there you are, look. I mean, that's terrifying.
So the first conference you went to, you went as yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you had an outfit in the car because you sort of right. OK, I'm going to go as myself because I'm a little bit worried, as we were talking about before, whether or not I sort of go the full McCoy. I walked around and felt left out because you weren't dressed up, so went and got changed in the car.
The first time I went, I actually went with some friends, and they was like, "Oh, just bring a costume just in case." So I went along, and I felt really left out because everyone was dressed up.
Yeah.
Luckily, I took a costume with me, so I went back to the car, got changed, and then just walked around. People taking my picture. I was like, "This is something new."
Well, your mum also dresses up a little bit, doesn't she?
I've got a photo of your
Yeah.
mum. Is she dressed as a goose here?
Yeah. what superhero is she as a goose?
Mother Goose.
Mother Goose. Of course she
I
is.
feel so stupid now.
When's the next conference?
The next Comic Con is May.
Yeah,
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 there's one in
we're
May.
going to May.
And you'd
It's in
recommend anyone watching today to maybe give it a try?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't matter if your costume's bought, if you've made it yourself. Like, people just go there to have fun. So even if you do have a bought one, you're not going to feel left out anyway.
So, can we ask the two ladies to stand up so we can see your full costumes?
Yep.
And
There
you
we
are.
go, and
Look
there they are.
amazing. All of you look amazing. Thank you very, very much for coming in today. It's lovely to meet you.
You've got the hat.
Oh, my
that-
character doesn't always wear the helmet.
Oh, I see.
But
Ah,
There you go.
looking good.
Your turn now.
yes,
Your turn now.
I think it's only right.
Sure. that
Weighs a ton.
it does
it is.
really
It's quite heavy, isn't
Bowling
it?
ball.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
You're coming to London, all right?
Oh, yeah, it's the silver fox.
Right, let's see what you've had to say on all things cosplay. Andy's in the hub.
There is a lot of love for cosplay. James Parsons says, I think it's brilliant. Who doesn't want to dress up? Zoe Burt says, I love the fact that there are people enjoying themselves. Cosplay looks like great fun. You talked about how the whole thing is encompassing for everybody of all ages. Elizabeth says, my son is autistic and cosplay has given him a new confidence. He's 16 and recently went to his first convention, which he loved. However, Sonia says, it all sounds fun for the under-16s. Little odd, not my sort of thing. Cheers for that, Sonia. Vicky says, I think it's sad. However, Mary O'Connor says, the nicest, friendliest people I have ever met at memorabilia events. It's great being in a place where nobody is judging and everybody's just there to have fun with like-minded people. So a lot of love for everything all of you are doing. So from sci-fi to supernatural, if you'd like to get involved in this year's Supernatural Week, here's how.